So, good morning, all of you. So, in the previous lecture, we were discussing the tertiary alcohols, where the hydroxy group is attached to the tertiary carbon atom. And so, the examples which we are seeing here, it is tertiary butyl alcohol, then the tertiary pentyl alcohol. In the same way, here this molecule, that is 2-phenyl 2-propanol, 1 2 3. So at the second position of the propane derivative, here the hydrogen atoms are replaced by the phenyl ring and OH, so it's 2-phenyl 2-propanol. And so here this carbon atom is also tertiary in nature. So these are all the examples of the tertiary alcohol. And so for tertiary alcohols, the common functional group, it contains, tertiary alcohols contains the functional group, that is COH, means there is no hydrogen to this, and this carbon is attached to three other carbons. And so this is the common functional group, which is seen here in this molecule. Here here you get it here in this molecule, and in this molecule you are getting this COH group. And so in this way we are having the classification of the monohydric alcohols as primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Now we will proceed for the nomenclature of the alcohols. See, dear friends, this is the syllabus which you have already studied in 12th standard. This is just the revision, and some reactions are going to be added that we are going to study. So the first all things, that is the classification, definition of alcohols, then the nomenclature, physical properties, and the preparation methods. Some preparation methods will be extra in this topic in this year, but up to in 12th and FY, we have studied all the same things. So it is just the repetition, and you are supposed to go thoroughly through all these things. So in the common nomenclature system, the common names are best. What are the common names? So depending upon the name of the alkyl group attached to the OH, means when the here the simple example that this OH group is attached to methyl group, and so it is termed as your methyl alcohol. Means name, prefix means which comes first. So the prefix of the alkyl group, name of the alkyl group is added, and the word alcohol is written. So the methyl alcohol. If you write C2H5OH, so this is your ethyl group, so the name will become ethyl alcohol. So in this way, the name of the alkyl group is written. So here it is your isopropyl group. So the name of this compound is isopropyl alcohol. And so in this way, the common nomenclature system is done. But as we go and the number of carbon atoms goes on increasing, it becomes difficult to give the names. And that's why the scientist has developed the system, that is the IUPAC nomenclature system, which is termed as your international, which is having the long form, that is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, which gives the names to the organic compounds, and these names are common throughout the world. And so the first rule for that is that whenever you get a skeleton of the molecule, select a straight longest chain of the carbon atom containing the hydroxyl group, and it is nothing but your parent hydrocarbon depending upon the number of carbon atoms present in the longest chain. So the longest chain of carbon containing hydroxy group is considered or is chosen as a parent hydrocarbon, as a parent hydrocarbon, as a parent hydrocarbon. So this is the first rule. The second rule, wherever the OH group is attached, start numbering from that side of the chain. Start numbering from that side of the chain where the hydroxy group will get the lowest possible number. Start numbering from that side from where the OH group or the hydroxy group gets the lowest possible number. So it is nothing but the lowest possible number number is given to the carbon containing OH group, that is the hydroxy group. And the last thing that you are supposed to do, the last letter of the means, now when you are choosing the chain of a carbon atom, suppose the three carbons are there, so the name of the compound, compound containing alkane containing three carbon is propane. And so the E of the alkane is replaced by OL, is replaced by OL. So the propane, the E is replaced by OL, so the name of the compound will become propanol. And so the last letter E of alkane or the corresponding alkane is replaced by OL, is replaced by OL. Means we can just have a simple example that alkane, the E of the alkane, word alkane, is replaced by alkanol, by OL. And so methane, it will become methanol, ethane, it will become ethanol, propane, it will become propanol. And so in this way we'll have the examples, that is, this is methanol, C2H5OH, it is ethanol, C3S7OH, it is propanol. And if you write a structure in a way that is CH3CH CH3OH, the IUPAC name, now you are going to number it from the, now both the sides, if you get 1 2 and 3, it's same, 1 2 and 3, it's same. So it is 2 methyl 2, as it contains three chain of three carbon atoms, and so it's the derivative of propane. And so 2 methyl 2 propanol, 2 methyl 2 propanol is the name of this compound. So in this way we are able to give the names to the different types of organic compounds. So for example, we'll just take some more examples. pH, CH2, CH2, OH. OH is going to get the lowest possible number, so this will be 1, this will be 2, and this is the chain of two carbons, and so it is ethane. And to the second carbon atom, phenyl ring is attached, and so the 2 phenyl ethanol, 2 phenyl ethanol means AE of the ethane hydrocarbon is replaced by OL, so 2 phenyl 2 ethanol. So here again the another example. Suppose this is the compound. Now from this side, if you start numbering, OH will get the number 3, and if you start from left hand side, 1 2, so the OH gets the number 2 from the left hand side and third from the right hand side. So we are going to start from this side, the OH must get the lowest possible number, so it is 2, and it's the chain of 4 carbon atoms, so it is the derivative of butane. And at third position, suppose now we start numbering from this side, 1 2 3 4, so it is the derivative of butane. OH is attached to second position, and at third position there is a substitution, that is the methyl group. And so the name of this compound will become 3 methyl 2 butanol, 3 methyl 2 butanol. And so in this way we can give the names to the different types of compounds. Here this is one of the another example. The OH must get the lowest possible number, so we will have to give the number from the right hand side. So here this is 1 2 3 and 4, so this is the derivative of butane, so it will become butanol. But now at this third position there is a presence of double bond, so it becomes butene. And so the name will become 3 butene 2 all, 3 butene 2 all. And so in this way we can give the names to the different types of alcohols, that is maybe primary, secondary or tertiary alcohols. Now we will take turn towards the next important part of this topic, that is the physical properties of the alcohols. So, alcohols are the very general compounds that are used thoroughly in the society for preparation of the different types of compounds. And so, here, what are the physical properties? Alcohols are alcohols are neutral substances. Alcohols are neutral substances. Then the second thing, the lower members of alcohol, lower members, lower members starting from C1 to C12, means the alcohols containing the number of carbon atoms from C1 to C12 are liquids liquids at ordinary temperature or at room temperature, and are having a peculiar smell and are having a peculiar smell. The odor is somewhat peculiar. And the higher members are solids and that are odorless, that are almost odorless. Higher compounds are odorless. Then the solubility. The lower alcohols are soluble in water, are soluble in water, whereas higher members are insoluble in water. Means as the number of carbon atom goes on increasing in the alcohols, the character increases. Hydrocarbon character increases as carbon atom increases, and so the solubility decreases, and so they are insoluble in water. The higher members are insoluble in water and soluble in organic solvents. So this is the third property. The fourth property, that is the melting point and boiling points of the alcohols. So the first few members are liquids, and the melting points and the boiling points. Boiling point goes on increasing, goes on increasing as the number of carbon atom increases. So if you just have some examples, that is suppose methanol, it's having the boiling point 64 point, boiling points of this compound 64.5 degrees Celsius. The ethanol will have the higher boiling point, that is 78.3 degrees Celsius, whereas propanol, that is C3H7OH, will have the boiling point 97 degrees Celsius. Means as the hydrocarbon character goes on increasing, the boiling point goes on increasing. But as the next point, as the branching increases, boiling point decreases, because the molecule acquires. Means here suppose we are having the example of propanol. Suppose take the example of propanol, CH3CH2OH. The propanol is having the boiling point 97 degrees Celsius, and for the isopropyl alcohol, that is 2-propanol, isopropyl alcohol, that is 2-propanol, sorry, uh, the isopropyl alcohol is having here 82.5 degrees Celsius, 82.5 degrees Celsius. Means as compared to this, the boiling point decreases, because here the molecule is a normal, having a normal chain, but here as the branching increases, the molecule acquires a spherical shape, molecule acquires a spherical shape, and the boiling point decreases. means the distance between the two molecules of isopropyl alcohol increases due to the presence of the side chain or due to the branching, means they are not able to come very closer to each other, and so the interactive forces decreases. And so again, the last point, that is, here the alcohols are having higher boiling points, having higher boiling points than alkanes of corresponding molecular weight. Means if the two molecules, suppose here the example, that is normal pentane, having the molecular weight 72, means of the comparable molecular weight, normal pentane alkanes is having the boiling point 36 degrees Celsius, and whereas the tertiary butyl alcohol, means where the branching increases and the molecular weight of this compound is, molecular weight is 74, and the boiling point here it is 118 degrees Celsius, means the boiling points of the alcohols are always higher than the corresponding alkanes of that molecular weight, because here the hydrocarbon here the branching, or intermolecular forces of attraction and the hydrogen bonding, intermolecular hydrogen bonding, that is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. What is the intermolecular hydrogen bonding? Means the two molecules of alcohol, when they are in the solution, they come very closer to each other, and the oxygen, the electronegative at oxygen atom of one molecule forms the hydrogen bond with the hydrogen of the another molecule, and in this way these intermolecular forces of attraction goes on increasing and needs high energy to break this bond, hydrogen bond. Means the breaking of this bond is difficult, and so due to the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, the boiling points of the alcohols are higher than the corresponding alkanes. So, in this way, we finish up the physical properties of our compounds, and now we will turn towards the preparations of alcohol. Preparations of alcohols. Now, in general, we have studied this preparation method in 12th standard. That the very first and simple method by using Grignard's reagent. So Grignard's reagent is the reagent which is named after the name of a scientist who has prepared this reagent, that is RMGX, known as Grignard's reagent, prepared by treating the alkyl halides with magnesium metal in presence of dry ether. Dry ether is nothing but it is free from alcohols and water molecules, and the reaction is carried out at 0 degrees Celsius, because this gives a maximum exotherm in the reaction, that is heat is evolved in this reaction, and so in this way we get the formation of the reagent, that is the Grignard's reagent, that is the alkyl magnesium halide. Grignard's reagent, it is also called as your alkyl magnesium halide. Alkyl magnesium halide. So we can prepare the primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols by treating with aldehydes. We can prepare all these alcohols by treating the aldehydes and ketones. Aldehydes and ketones, by treating aldehydes and ketones with Grignard's reagent. Aldehydes and ketones with Grignard's reagent gives primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Gives you primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. And so here we will start studying the preparation of the different types of alcohols. So what is the type of reaction here? When these aldehydes and ketones are treated with Grignard's reagent, it forms a complex. It forms a complex, and this complex on further acid hydrolysis gives you the formation of alcohol. And so, in the next lecture, we will study the preparation methods of the alcohols by using Grignard's reagent and another reactions. Thank you very much.